Bee jade and natural jade are so different.
So different. The first thing they do is soak it in acid.
Welcome to Jewels of the Trade, the channel for spreading accurate information about jade and gemstones. I'm here with renowned jade professional Chris Mason, one of the co-owners of Mason K Jade, the leading supplier of natural jadeite jade jewelry in the U.S. Today, we're going to be addressing customers' concerns with wearing jade. Will it break easily? Is it heavy? Will it change color? And more. Chris, thanks for being here. What is the biggest concern you've heard customers express about wearing jade?
Thank you, Jordan. There are a few. We do hear some of the same things over and over. I think one of the first ones is it going to change color? We hear that a lot because that is one of the myths out there. There are different reasons why people think that their jade can change color. Your jade should never change color. Our jade is not going to change color. It's not treated in any way. Sometimes if jade is treated, and unfortunately there is a lot of treated material out there, it can be treated with bleach. They bleach it, put dye on it, soak it in acid. I mean, there's all kinds of nasty treatments that are done. If your jade is treated, then yes, it can possibly change color. There is the idea, the lore that is believed that if you wear your jade and the color enhances, if the color gets stronger, then you're healthy. And if the color becomes depleted, becomes lighter, that you're unhealthy. And I think there is something to that. I think it has to do with the oils in your skin. It is really good for you to love and touch and hold your jade. When jade is finished, whether it's smooth like my piece or carved, they finish it with just a light coating of beeswax. And I think that over time, that beeswax, can evaporate or wear off, and the oils in your skin help keep the polish healthy. And when your polish on your jade is healthy, maybe it can appear as if the color's a little stronger. Whereas if you don't touch it, it can become a little dry. It might appear to be a little lighter. Now, there may be something to do with the quality of the oil in your skin. If you're healthy, maybe there is something to the oil and keeping the jade healthy and the polish healthy, and maybe it doesn't have the same properties if you're not as well. But otherwise, there shouldn't be a dramatic or drastic change.
A lot of customers are concerned about wearing jade because they're afraid that it's going to break easily, especially bangles. Does jade break easily, Chris?
Jade does not break easily. And if you've ever seen somebody wearing a jade bangle, often somebody wearing a jade bangle is probably a young Asian woman or older Asian woman that have been wearing their jade bangle since they were very young, proving that you can wear your jade bangle your entire life. However, they believe that if your jade bangle breaks, that the jade saved you from the break. So again, protecting you, because jade, is very protective. So no, it's extremely tough. Any gemstone, if you were to drop it on your tile floor, you're probably gonna have some type of problem. So it's still jewelry, it's still fine jewelry,
Yes.
It's still a gemstone that needs to be treated well. However, I wear jade every day. I wear this band ring, my goodness, almost every day. I go shopping, I do all kinds of things with it, and it is extremely durable. It's more likely to break if you drop it than from wear.
And I think it's important to mention, too, some of that concern regarding the breakability of jade, I think comes from the rampant bee jade on the market. The jade that has been acid bleached and then polymer impregnated.
The first thing they do is soak it in acid. It sits in an acid bath.
Exactly.
So the structure is compromised.
So it's more likely to break.
Yes, it's completely compromised.
And it's usually already fractured material. So it's already compromised material. They compromise it further.
Yes. It becomes much more brittle and much more likely to break. Absolutely.
Bee jade and natural jade are so different. They really shouldn't be called the same thing.
Really, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, if you send your piece in, we can tell you if it's treated, but it's hard for anyone else to tell. And that's why, again, just be really careful. Because yes, treated jade can be very brittle. It is not the same material.
And that's a huge concern that I think customers have. And a reason that some customers are hesitant to buy jade, they say to me, well, I don't want to buy jade that I think is natural and then find out that it's treated. So, Chris, what's your advice to customers? How will they know that their jade is natural?
There should be a legitimate certificate with your report in English stating that it is certified natural jade, untreated jadeite jade. It's really important that your certificate says that. And if not, You can always buy it, have us test it, or GIA or another lab have it tested to ensure before your purchase is complete. Just make sure, be careful, or call me.
Buying from a trusted supplier is everything. And if you're shopping with Mason K Jade or with a retailer who works with Mason K Jade, you're getting that guarantee. You know it's been tested. You know it's natural.
Yes.
And it's not that there isn't natural jade being sold other places, but you, the customer, need to have that peace of mind, and you need to know that what you're buying is what you think it is. And so having some kind of guarantee from a lab or from Mason K makes a world of difference.
Absolutely.
This is so funny. Chris, have you ever heard this before? I was actually Googling biggest concerns with jade. There are a lot of people on the internet saying that jade can be poisonous and radioactive. Have you ever heard that before?
I have never heard that. The only thing we've heard, that's crazy.
It's
there
definitely
are crazy
not true.
treatments. There are treatments. But no, the worst thing I've heard is acid possibly coming out of a piece of jade. Because as I said, the first thing they do before treating it is they soak it in acid to bleach out all the impurities, get into all the fissures so that they can then paint on the dye if they want, and then immerse it in a polymer. And that seeps into all the cracks and makes it look beautiful and translucent.
If you're buying natural jade, then that natural means untreated. So if you're buying natural jade, customers, then you definitely don't have to worry about the acid, because the acid would have been in the treated jade, or what we call B jade or B plus C jade. But natural jade is never poisonous and never radioactive.
Never.
I hope that we've convinced you that there's no negative side to jade. There's no downside to jade. A lot of the things that customers are warned about, it doesn't apply to natural jade. Chris, are there any other myths floating around that we need to debunk? Are there any other concerns you've heard from customers who are hesitant to buy jade because of misinformation that they probably heard on the internet?
We do hear that people think that jade earrings are heavy, that jade in general is heavy. Yes. Jade earrings, they might look at, I guess, we think that, jade is a stone. It might seem like it's heavy. And they are large, but they really aren't heavy. Often the larger carvings, and I do try them on to make sure, trust me, somebody has to try it all on. Often the larger earrings are carved, and they're pierce carved. So they're open, and that makes them much lighter. But they are not heavy. If they're too heavy, I will not make them into earrings. You can always contact me. You can always send an email with a quick question, or send a message on Instagram so everybody can see your question, and then we can answer it for everyone to see. We're always here. You can always call me or talk to me, message me.
Mason K is a fantastic resource. If you have any questions, if you're looking for product, and if you need testing, Mason K should be the first company that you call.
Our website has a lot of information on it. We have a few websites, but masonk.com is mostly informational.
A lot of the things that you may have heard on the internet about jade might be true about another gemstone.
Yes.